Okay, so this is the guitar lesson for Goo Goo Dolls' Name. I just did the cover, so kind of bear with me. My hands are a little bit cold. I'm in my basement, and it's freezing, so they're sticking a little bit. I think I made maybe one or two mistakes in the cover song. But anyways, so starting off, this tab, I've seen a ton of different tabs online, and I based my version, which is pretty much actually this other guy's version. His name is Brent Persia. Look him up on YouTube. He's got a cover of it, and he also has the tab on his website. I think it's brentpersia.com or .net/tabs. So he's got the tab on there, and this guy did us all a great favor because he's the probably the only person that I've seen that has pretty much the spot-on tab. So there's a million tabs out there. I've seen different tabs for years, and I kind of gave up on this song, and finally I actually bought a tab book, and that even sounded wrong. And it just wasn't a really fun song to play because the tab just didn't sound right. So I just stopped looking, and then I came across a cover online of this guy on YouTube, Brent Persia, and he played it, and it sounded awesome. So this is the version that I just did in the cover with a couple little modifications, but this is basically it. So it's a super easy song. First of all, your guitar is going to be tuned a little bit differently, okay? This string is going to be tuned down to a D from E, okay? So this is a D, this is an A, so that stays the same. This is an E, so you actually want to tune your guitar up. And a lot of these strings in this song are tuned up, so just be really careful, tune them really slow so they don't break. I actually broke one string trying to tune it. If you've got old guitar strings, you might break one, so just be careful. So this guy's going to be an E. This is an A again, right here, so you're going to tune up to A from G. Then this is tuned down from B, so this is the only guy that's a little bit looser. So the B string is tuned down to A, and this guy's E, it stays the same. It kind of sounds a little bit different than the regular standard E tuning, but that's the way to play this song. Don't play this song if they ask you to use a capo, if they say some weird tuning. The correct tuning that I swear by is D, A, E, A, A, E. So that gives you that really good Goo Goo Dolls acoustic sound. So anyways, this is how you play the song. So starting off, we'll talk about the intro. The chorus is super easy. The intro is also the verse, and then the solo I'll get into. And the solo sounds amazing when you play it, and it's a lot of fun to play. It's a little bit tricky though. It's not too bad, so I'll show you all that stuff. So starting off, the intro/verse, you're going to take your middle finger, put it on that low E string. We'll call it by the regular tuning, just because we're not used to this regular tuning. So on this 6th string on the 7th fret. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to pluck this string, pluck the middle two, and then upstroke that top 1 or 2 strings. You can do whatever you want with the 1 or 2 strings. Sometimes I'll just do 1, and then sometimes I'll do 2. So what it sounds like is, okay, so pluck that string, pluck those 2 strings in the middle, and then pluck the top 1 or 2 on the upstroke. So that's the first part. The second part of this note right here, or this, I guess we could call it a chord in the progression, is we do the first part, and then we pluck the middle 2 strings, and we pluck the G string, the G string, the D string, then the G string. So, sorry. See that? And now we go down to the 6th fret, that's the first part. Now we go down to the 6th fret and do the same thing. How I actually do it, I'm figuring out now. I haven't tabbed this song out, but so I do downstroke, those 2 strings in the middle, upstroke those 1 or 2 strings, the E and the B string, and then I upstroke on the G, downstroke on the D, then upstroke on the G again. So second part is on the 6th fret, and then we go, and instead of playing on the 6th fret, this next part, we move up to the A string on the 5th fret. Hear it? So it's just 1 finger is on the fretboard the whole time. The rest is we're strumming open notes. So the next part is then the 4th fret. And this part we don't, and for the 4th fret and the 2nd fret when we do this walk down, because we start on the 7th, 6th, 5th, 4th, 2nd. On the 4th and on the 2nd, we're not going to do these 2 little notes. We're going to go, so we're going to skip that part. And then it's plucked open, so I'll play it again. And also one more thing I want to add too is on the fourth and on the second, I get a little bit sloppy and I upstroke both strings instead of just that one like we were plucking up here. So, hear it? And then it goes open to that open E. It's actually a D because it's tuned that way. And now here's the second part of that intro or verse. You want to put your ring finger on the 7th fret A string and your pointer finger on the 5th fret D string. And you're going to strum all 6 strings, okay? So we're going to go, and you're going to hammer on your pinky onto the 7th fret D string. So we have this formation right here, kind of looks like a backwards power chord. We're strumming all strings, so we're hammering on. Hear it? Okay, so let's do that again. So that first downstroke, we're hammering on. The next downstroke, we're downstroking all 6 strings, remember? We're going to slide up to the 9th fret. Both your pinky and your ring finger are going to be on the A and D string. So we're going to go. That next downstroke, you can strum up to the 12th fret. And still the same fingers on the D and A string. So here, I'll play it really slow. Upstrokes, okay? And then we do it all over again, but it's a little bit different. Okay, so that second part is so the same part as the first, so we're going to hammer on with that pinky. It's the same slide. We're still sliding from the 7th to the 9th fret, and we're doing this. We're not going to hammer on, but we're going to downstroke with the pinky off, upstroke with the pinky on, and then we're going to upstroke once more, and then we're going to go. So see what I'm doing? I've got that reverse power chord right here, and I'm strumming it. I'm down strumming with it off, with the pinky off, putting the pinky back on in the upstroke, downstroking again, and then take all fingers off of the upstroke, and then I go right back into the verse again. That's the verse right there, super easy, really not that hard. I'm also going to talk about the chorus, then I think I'm going to do a separate lesson for the solo. So the chorus right here, when it goes into it, it's super easy. This part takes 2 seconds to learn, okay? So all it is after it goes, both your middle finger and your ring finger are going to go on the E and the A string, okay? On the 5th and 6th strings, or excuse me, right here. So you're going to go. Okay, pretty easy. So all you're doing is you're just putting 2 fingers right here on the 5th and 6th string on the 4th fret, move them down to the 2nd fret, and then it's open. Okay, that's all you're doing in the chorus. Now what I like to do and what you can hear in the song is there's a couple little fills. And what he's doing is when he's playing this, he's actually, I'll play with the fills right now, okay, so it goes. Kind of hear the difference? So a couple little fills you can do is when you're playing that this chord right here with both fingers on the 4th fret, you can hammer on this guy with the pinky, okay? so same thing on the second fret with this chord. You can take your ring finger and hammer on to that same string on the second fret. And then when you're playing it open, what I like to do is 5. Okay, you can hear that in the song, so I really don't know or really care where he puts it, but I just kind of like to add it in for flavor. So that's the verse, intro, and chorus of the song. The next lesson is going to be the solo. That's going to take a little bit longer. So I will see you guys in the next lesson.